Okay, so I'm doing this. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Millicent, and my channel's name is The True Crime Corner with THABEÉ. I have been on a hiatus for like a year. Yes, it is a year, not like it has been a year since I recorded my last video. And yeah, life has just been lifing and I've just been embracing it. And yeah, so I decided that, you know what, I should go back to recording and talking about true crime and stuff. Actually, if I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm still able to even do makeup like that. But what I do know is that I still want to record and talk about true crime. So we're gonna do it. I'm gonna wing it. And for those who's kept on watching my videos, I really appreciate it, because honestly, yeah, I really appreciate it. That's what I can say for now. And I love you guys if you're watching the videos. And I cut my hair. Actually, I did this 2 days ago. Insane. I'm in a different country. So much has changed. I'm in a different country. I'm not in South Africa currently. So yeah, but anyway, enough of that. Let's get in today's case and let's get this face. Let's put some color on this face and let's see what we have and let's see what we're gonna do and let's just have fun. I feel like I missed having fun about this with my channel. I just put so much pressure on it and just trying to make it like a job and whatever. Maybe that's why I even stopped, because I felt so much pressure. But now I'm just like, I miss doing it. Let's have some fun. And yeah. And my usual disclaimers, not usual, but the disclaimers that I usually said. I mean no disrespect to anybody that I speak about or the victims that I speak about. Yeah, this is just for informational purposes and based off information that is already out there. So yeah. Okay, so today we're talking about Gien. If you're into horror movies and you know your serial killers that well, you know that he is a very infamous guy. He's very well known. He's up there with the Ted Bundys, the Jeffrey Dahmers, and etc. So Mr. Ed Gien was born on the 27th of August, 1906 to Augusta Gien and George Gien. Ed Gien was the youngest of two. His eldest brother's name is Harry Gien. And yeah, okay, let me just start with Augusta. Ed's mom. Okay, his full name is Edward. So Augusta was known. Why are my hands so dry? Look at this. Wait, I'm coming back. I need to put lotion on these dry hands. Okay, let's put some lotion on my hands. Okay, where was I? Okay, wait, let me just sort out my life. Oh yeah, I was talking about Edward, Augusta's mom. Edward's mom, Augusta's mom, Augusta. So she was known to be a very rigid woman. She's very stern and she was not a pleasant person to be around particularly. And that is because she was always about she was always telling her two sons about the immoralities of the world and that every woman, of course, besides from her, are naturally promiscuous and they should stay away from women, you know. And she made sure that every evening she read like Bible verses that were particularly from the Old Testament revelations that to just basically, I'm just gonna say, basically scare them about the dangers of the world or whatever, and keep them protected like that. Yeah. So, and she was, I think I mentioned that she was very verbally abusive to her kids. And yeah, Harry is the one that noticed, like he noticed that mom is not a nice person, and he didn't like it. But Edward, on the other hand, even though his mom was like verbally abusive towards him, he still loved his mom to bits. Like he was a mommy's boy, like everything. Like he did everything to please his mom. He tried by all means to make her happy, you know. But yeah, you know how that always is. Like when you try to please somebody too much, like it barely ever works out, you know. So yeah, so let's go to Edward's dad, George. George was an alcoholic, and he could barely keep a job. So he went from being a tanner to being a carpenter, and eventually he owned a local grocery store, and he was an alcoholic. So yeah, his life was just basically a bit of a mess. But yeah, after selling his grocery store, that's when they decided to move to. So after selling the grocery store, they moved to Plainfield on a farm that is very isolated. And I feel like they moving to this farm, Augusta, Edward's mom, was very happy about it because she'll be able to protect her children and keep them isolated from the evils of the world. And if you know a thing or two about serial killers and these types of things, yeah, you would know that like isolation, it does not help in any way, because when you isolate somebody, they're going to lack a lot of social skills and etc., which is the case with Edward. So after moving to this farm, Edward and Harry were only allowed to go to school and come back. Nothing else, no hanging around with friends, no having friends. Matter of fact, they were not allowed to have friends. Augusta forbid it, and she did not allow them to have friends. So they went to school, came back, did their chores, and she made sure that she kept them busy around the house with chores. Yeah, so there was not much happening for them. So Edward kept to himself at school, and he was, oh my god, he was described by his teachers by being shy and just having weird mannerisms, like laughing at his own jokes, which if I'm being honest, I don't think there's much weirdness about it. It's not like a major thing to laugh at your own jokes, because I mean, I laugh at my own jokes, you know. But combine that with a lack of social skills and a social life, I mean, I think I can see how it might be a problem. And Augusta made sure that she would punish Harry or Edward if they ever tried to make friends or invite friends over to their place, have sleepovers. It was not allowed. So no fun in the household. All you gotta do is know that you go to school, come back, do your chores, repeat again. You know, of course, things continued like this for a while. And Harry, it's actually Henry, not Harry. I am so sorry. Henry, I was right. Henry began dating a divorced mother of two and had planned to move in with her. And at this point, he noticed that his brother is too attached to their mom, and he warned him about it. Like, dude, you have to let go and detach from mom. You know, like, it's pretty weird. Like, how do you have somebody like this and then they verbally abuse you? Like, she's not nice to you. She's not nice to you, and you go above and beyond to please her. You know. But anyway, okay, let me choose a color. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my eyes, so I'm just gonna choose a color. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do something light, because I haven't done makeup in like a crazy amount of time. Okay. So I'm just using a palette because I'm in a different country. Like, I don't have much makeup with me, so I'm using my old makeup that I just go around with. But yeah, so I'm using this Scarlet Hill Return to Paradise palette that I probably got many years ago, and it's tropical. The thing is tropical, and yeah. So anyway, let's continue with our story. So yeah, Henry just talked to Edward and he's like, dude, okay, you have to stop being so attached to your mom, you know. But anyway, did that work? No. And I think, thinking about it now, I think Henry doing this and reaching out to Edward and telling him that he should just relax about this whole mommy situation made it seem like Henry was jealous of Edward's and Augusta's relationship, which in my eyes was probably non-existent. It was all in Edward's head. But anyway, so there comes a time where their father, George, passes on, and I think it was because of liver failure or heart failure. Yeah, liver failure, heart failure. And yeah, he passes on, and it's probably because of his drinking, because his drinking was out of pocket. So yeah, after that it was just the three of them left. And one day on the fields, they were working the fields on their farm, and a fire broke out. And when that fire breaks out, Edward was able to escape it and go back to the house, and he noticed that Henry was nowhere to be found, and he reported his brother missing. But the weird thing is, he reported his brother's missing, but then he was able to lead the police to exactly where his brother's body was found. Suspect. Side-eyeing, you know. And besides this, like, there were bruises found on Henry's head that made it seem like he had a head injury, like somebody hit him with something, or you know. But it was ruled out as a case of it was caused by the fire. And yeah, so Henry passed away and the father passed away. So now it's only Edward and the mother left, Augusta. So Augusta also eventually ends up being sick, and she gets bedridden. So Edward is running the household, and he tries to get us more, like, he gets jobs here and there to help around the house, because you know, all the breadwinners are not there anymore. The brother and the dad have passed on, so he's basically the head of the house in a way. And so he's working small jobs here and there and trying to work the farm and take care of Augusta with all of this. And on top of that, his mom is still verbally abusing him. Like, she's still giving Edward a hard time. You know, there's no love, there's no affection that is given, like that mother and child affection, zero. But he's craving it and he wants it, but then not getting it. So there's a case of mommy issues here. You know how people always, okay, So Plainfield, Wisconsin, is a quite a small. It's like one of those towns where everybody knows each other. You know, there's a population was very 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 small. So you know, time and time again, while Edward was taking care of his mom, having small jobs here and there, he used to go to a bar. He used to go to a bar, and the bar was owned by a lady named Mary Hogan. Correct? So yeah, he was known as that guy that was just like, he has dark humor. Let me just say, like, he uses dark humor a lot. And like I said previously, when he was in school, he used to just have weird mannerisms, like just bursting out with laughter and just like saying out of the world things, you know. So Mary Hogan went missing in 1954. And he used to go to her bar and just make jokes and say like, actually Mary Hogan was by my house this past weekend or whatever, and everybody knows that Mary Hogan is missing or whatever, you know. So it's like, but it's not the time and place to be joking about such. Please just, you know, keep those jokes to yourself, sir. Like, it's not the time and place. This person is missing and you just making it a joke, like, she came to come visit me in my house or something like that. No, you know. But anyway, so time continues, and Augusta passes on, and Henry is left with the house. Henry is left with the house, and he tries to keep it intact. Like, let me not say keep it intact, but like he kept his mom's bedroom he left it the way it was. Like, he didn't do much to it, but the rest of the house was just, it was just in, yeah, he was not the cleanliest of people. Like, everything just started piling up. He started hoarding things and just putting things everywhere. Everything was a mess. Kitchen was a mess, the dining halls was a mess. It was just a mess. But except for his mom's bedroom, like places where his mom frequented, he tried to keep them the same, to just keep her spirit, in terms of keeping her spirits alive like that. So time went on, and we're in 1957, and it's around this time when Edward started getting the attention of the police officials and police enforcement with when Bernice Warden went missing. She was an owner of a hardware store, a local hardware store. So when she went missing, that's when they started to suspect Mr. Eddie. And it's because he went to the hardware store, and yeah, he was the last person to be at the hardware store, and they found this out because Bernice's son, we came back from a hunting trip or whatever, and went by to his mom's hardware store department, whatever, and noticed that his mom was not around. And he became concerned. He looked everywhere. It didn't look like there was a break-in. It didn't look like there was something wrong. But then when he checked around, the last receipt that went out went to an Edward Gien, and the receipt was there. So that he immediately contacted police officials and told them that I haven't seen my mom, and the last person to be here was Edward Gien. And that's how they went over to Edward's house, and just to try and question him about how was she like when you last saw her, something like that, you know. But yeah, and also Bernice's son, when he was looking around, he noticed that there was like a trail of blood going out of the department store at the back, but he didn't pay no mind to it. Like, okay, it could be Edward. He wasn't suspecting Edward in the first place. He just noticed that he was the last person to buy from the store. So that's how the police officials went to go question him. So they went to Edward's house and things that they found in that house. Okay, I feel like I wrote them down and I'm gonna read them to you at the end. It's most of the most horrific things were found in this house, and that's how his house was known as the House of Horrors. And do you know, like when you watch horror movies and you think like this is not real, there's no way this person is real, this is a fictional character. But no, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, I don't know if that is the Texas Chain Massacre. I think there's a horror movie that is based off of him. I don't watch horror, so please, I'm sorry. That is based off of this guy, and you think that this is not real. There's no way this is real. It's real. It is real. So when police officials went to the house, they found the house it was a mess, and they found Mary Hogan's head, and yeah, and they also found Bernice's body hanging upside down in the kitchen. Is it a summer kitchen? I don't know if it's like, I think they have 2 kitchens in this place, but like in one of those kitchens they found Bernice's body hanging upside down and cut from the torso down and left out to bleed. Like, do you know how butchers cut meat and let it bleed out? Basically the same thing. And he took out all of her organs and cut her head off, decapitated her. So yeah, so he pleaded guilty to shooting Bernice Hogan, and then later dismembering her body, and also he also admitted to killing Mary Hogan. Sorry, Mrs. Killing Mary Hogan. And not only that, there were so many things that were found in this house, like body parts of other people. And he said that he exhumed as many as 40 corpses from the local gravesite in the local Wisconsin cemetery. You telling me that this man, okay, I need to clean this up, this is not good, telling me that this man went to go dig 40 bodies, kind of take them home and dismember them, and he said that he went to gravesites that he thought that were around the same age as his mom's and could look similar to them. And well, this is what my research was telling me. But then I'm like, how would he know that this person looked like his mom? You know, because you never know how a person looks like, unless like you just randomly pick like the ages and you're like, okay, she's around the same age as my mom and she's female. But how do you know that she would look similar to your mom in that way, you know? But anyway, that's what they say happened, and we gonna stick with it like that. So that happened, and Edward Gien was arrested on the 16th of November 1951, and he pled not guilty on the premises of he was insane, which he actually was. And he was checked out by medical doctors and was legally was legally diagnosed with insanity. So he was not taken to prison, he was taken to a mental hospital, a mental facility where of convicts based. So after being taken to this mental hospital, he could not stand trial. So he stayed in this mental hospital for 10 years, and after 10 years they re-examined him and checked if he was able to stand trial, and he was. Within 1 week he was found guilty of murder, and he was not sent to prison because he was legally, like I said, he was legally confirmed to be mentally not well. So, oh my god, I forgot to put on primer, but anyway, he was declared insane and he was sent back to prison, and on the 26th of July 1984, that's when Edward Gien was found dead in his cell, and it was thought that he had respiratory problems and heart failure. So his tombstone was vandalized, and yeah, okay, let me just fix what is happening with my face. Oh my god. Guys, this makeup, I haven't done makeup in so long that I don't even know what I'm doing. What's happening? This does not look good. You know what, I'm sorry guys, I'll get better at this. I haven't done a full face of makeup in over a year, so please forgive me. But okay, then let me just fix this. You know what, I'm just gonna, at this point guys, y'all just gonna have to deal with this face at this point, because I don't know. So his grave was vandalized to a point where it was like stolen in the year 2000, and it was found again, and they recovered his gravestone in 2001 in Seattle. So yeah, Mr. Edward. I think I tried. I don't know. Is it better? Oh, guys, I'm so nervous. Okay, you know what? You tried. Do I like this face of makeup? No, because I feel like I know I could do better, way better. It's just that I have my muscle memory is not coming back. Like my finger muscle memory of doing makeup is not coming back. Like, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get to, I want to get to the things that were found in his place, in his house, and I'm gonna read the list to you. Now, I want you to have a very open mind and like imagine these things as I'm describing them to you, and I'm sure like if you Google them you can see them for yourself. I mean, if you're brave enough to want to see these things, because they are insane, if I'm being honest with you. They just look like, I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. These things that were found in his house are pretty insane. So I just hope that you guys keep an open mind and just remember that Mr. Edward, yeah, was not okay. So, but what I do say is that he was pretty creative. I give him that. Like, he was creative. I don't know how these people tend to be so creative, but they are. And I just want to say something that depriving a child to being a child and being social and just doing childlike things does have consequences, and you never know what those consequences could be or would become. And in this instance, it was not good. Hey, okay, I'm not a parent and I'm not giving any parenting advice whatsoever, but I'm just saying is that just allow your kids to be kids, and it's okay for them to just go out there and experience life by themselves, you know. And even with that said, like, there are some people who they are given everything, they're given the love and affection and all of that, and they still end up doing weird stuff like killing people for a living or whatever, you know. So yeah, because I just finished reading a book by James Peterson. I just finished reading a book by James Peterson, Alex Cross the Double Cross, and in one of the characters are like, he is a serial killer, and he had a pretty normal life. He had everything. He came from a normal childhood. His mom loved him, stuff like that. The only thing was that his dad beat him up now and again, like, you know, physically, and obviously that is not good. I don't condone any type of violence in a household, but yeah. Okay, so I've always done. Let's read what was in Edward's house. You know, like, I know a lot of people, and I know this, I did not contour, I did not do the the bronzers and stuff. I probably should put on bronzer, should I? Okay, I'll put on some bronzer, because yeah. Still Scarlet Glow Contour and Glow palette. Well, this is basically what I'm going to be using for my next couple of videos, because everything is in South Africa and I'm not there, so we're just gonna have to do what we gotta do. Yeah. Okay, and a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of glow for the babies. Okay, not highlighter, I'm just gonna guys, is using highlighters still a thing? Because I don't know much about makeup like that, so I have no idea if using this thing is still a thing or not. Okay, not bad. So not bad. Okay, so I am going to read what was found in his house, and like I said, just please keep an open mind on it. So I'm going to read what was found in Mr. Edward's house. Okay, are you ready? Oh, whole human bones and fragments, a waste basket made of human skin. So basically a dustbin. Human skin covering several chair seats. So I don't know if you know, like those old chairs where it's like wood and then like the middle of the seat is like cushion. Well, in place of the cushion, he put human skin. And scalp on his bedposts. Oh, scalps, not, what is a scalp? No, sorry, skulls. I can't even read my own handwriting. I'm so embarrassed. Sorry. Skulls on his bedposts. Female skulls, some with tops sewn off. And mind you, this was made so that he can make soup bowls. So he took like the top part here and made soup bowls of it, like bowls. Yeah, so bowls made of human skulls. A corset made from a female torso, skinned from shoulder to waist. Leggings made from human leg skin. Masks made from skin of female heads. Harry Hogan's, the first lady that he killed in 1954, the lady who owned the bar. Mary Hogan's face mask in a paper bag. Mary Hogan's skull in a box. Bernice Warden's entire head in a burlap sack. I don't know what a burlap sack is, but it is in a sack, as long as I got the sack part. Bernice Warden's heart in a plastic bag in front of Gien's potbelly stove. A 9-valve in a shoebox, that is the gun that he used. A young girl's dress and the vulvas of 2 females judged to have been about 15 years old. So yeah, that is pretty disturbing. Like, so he cut off female genitalia, and these were like minors. So yeah, now this is, I feel like this one is the craziest. The next one that I'm about to say, I feel like this is, I laughed. I know. I think this is when his creativity was like at its peak, and I was like, nigga, what? Sorry, this one is pretty funny to me. A belt made from female human nipples. I'm gonna repeat it so that you can hear it again as well. A belt made from female human nipples. So a belt made from nipples. Now you can't tell me that he's not creative. Like, I like how he was just thinking like, okay, I think I need a belt. What can I use? Light bulb pop, nipples. Anyway, let's continue. 4 noses, a pair of lips on a window shade, a lamp shade made from skin of human faces, fingernails from female fingers. Yeah, okay, and this is just extra information. On about 30 of those visits to the grave sites that he went to go exhume these bodies, he said that he came out of a daze. So like he was in a trance or a daze while in the cemetery, and left the graves in good order and returned home. So I believe that maybe he was like he went into a trance or daze, and then that's when he went to these graveyards and digged out these bodies. And this is just, yeah. So that is that about Edward Gien. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. I felt like I chose this case because it is well known, and I thought that I should start with a case that we know of, that is so properly known. But welcome back to the True Crime Corner with THABEÉ. And yeah, I chose this channel's name based off of my second name, because I just, yeah. So my name is Millicent. My first name is Millicent and my second name is THABEÉ. So I chose this channel's name based off of my second name because I just wanted it. I just like it that way, and I started off this channel with that name. So my channel's name is The True Crime Corner with THABEÉ, and I know and I pray to God that I continue posting on this channel and giving it a life and giving it a pulse again. And to whoever watches this video, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. And I think, yeah, this is what I did with my makeup. Oh guys, I promise I'll get better at this whole makeup situation. But anyway, so if you love makeup and true crime, stick around for the vibes. And maybe here and there we're gonna have wine or whatever, you know, just stay for the vibes and listen to my stories because I have a lot to say. And yeah, okay, thank you guys.